Alright gamers, welcome back to another episode of Vidja Game Hunting. As you might see, I am not in my game room. I'm in beautiful Costa Rica, San Jose for work. Now most people might take their free time, relax in the pool, maybe do a little mountain climbing, check out a volcano, drive to one of the beautiful beaches. But, you know, I just gotta do some game hunting. Alright, yeah, so right now as of filming, I am on week 2 of my stay in Costa Rica, and this is a business trip, so obviously the priority is work. I'm only down here for 2 weeks, but in my free time I did manage to get a little game hunting done, which is excellent because I just had to, you know, a trip like this I felt like I had to add something in my collection. You know, I hoped I'd be able to score some really cool stuff, super cheap, but prices in Costa Rica, to be honest, are a little bit higher. Food, you know, entertainment, all of that runs more, clothing, and they tell me, you know, my colleagues that I'm working with down here tell me it's because of the taxes and stuff, which I guess makes sense why everything across the board tends to be a little higher. And video games are no exception. Anything on the current gen systems you can expect to pay about double for, and even the retro stuff kind of falls into that range. I did some game hunting downtown in downtown San Jose, and there were some shops that I didn't film just because as a tourist they warn about pickpockets and stuff. You know, I just felt like as a gringo, it's probably not best to be flashing my phone around, just keeping it low profile. And to be honest, the stuff I found down there was, like I said, about double the price, even more. I mean, an $8 to $10 N64 game was about $40. And it just wasn't worth it to me, and it wasn't anything uncommon or unusual that I couldn't find back home. But that first clip you saw, the store I went to, that was from the City Mall, which they say is the largest mall in Central America, I guess, and it's down here. And as you can see, that was a great little shop. Not a ton of inventory, but really cool stuff. Boxed Famicom, Mighty Final Fight, just a really cool store, really nice guy working there when I was there. And I did make some purchases and found some pretty good stuff, so I accomplished my goal of adding to my game room and game collection from Costa Rica. So we'll start off with the finds I got. Everything you're gonna see here I paid about $56 is what it translates over to in US dollars. I got a couple of games, handheld games, in their plastic cases, and I picked up Pocket Tennis Color for the Neo Geo Pocket Color. I also picked up Puzzle Link, which I don't know anything about, so that'll be a surprise when I get home. And then the best pickup, something that is really cool. You don't see it. I've never come across it. I guess they're not too uncommon, but I've never come across one. And it's something that I always wanted growing up, and sadly it never got a US release. And that's the Pocket Station. And this thing is in great shape. It's new old stock, so the box, manual, the original battery, all of it's in there, unopened, in excellent condition. And this is sort of similar to the Dreamcast VMU in concept. And I can show you a little bit more in detail, if you're not familiar with this, what this little thing is all about. Alright, so here is a look at the Pocket Station. This thing was released in 1999, exclusive to Japan. Sony did have intentions to release this to the European and North American markets, but it just never happened. And they cited part of the reason to be the popularity and inability to meet demand in Japan as to why it was never released. There's my receipt for the purchase. We can get that out of there. Not important. So you open it up and you can see the Pocket Station right here and a little lanyard that comes with it if you would want to attach it. And to get to the system and the instructions, you can just fold this out. As you can see, mine comes with the instructions in Japanese, so those don't help me, and the original battery. But let's take a look at the Pocket Station itself. So, as you can see, it's about the same size as a normal PlayStation memory card, a little thicker, of course. Here's where you would put the battery in, and it does have a speaker. So the idea was that this could be used sort of like the Dreamcast VMU, where it had the ability to work as a memory card as well as a little portable gaming handheld. You can see you've got a sort of 4-button D-pad set up here, and then another button. I do not have the battery in this, so we won't be able to power it on. And to use this as a memory card, you go ahead and you just pop this up. And as you'll see, that looks very familiar to anyone who owns a PlayStation. That is the same size as the memory card, and this is where you would actually slide this into the unit, your PlayStation, and it could be used as a memory card. And then this is also how you would transfer games onto this little handheld, and they would actually come off. They were like bonuses to disc releases. Some examples: Crash 3, Final Fantasy 8, Hot Shots Golf 2, Legend of Dragoon, Ridge Racer Type 4, Spyro the Dragon, and Street Fighter 3 Alpha were all games that had functionality with this thing. Some heavy hitters, and there's a larger list that goes on. It also has infrared functionality, which would allow you to transfer game saves to another Pocket Station or play multiplayer mini games. And yeah, it's just a neat little accessory that you don't see in North America too often. This thing was supported from 1999 to 2002 in Japan, supposedly selling about 5 million units. So it's a nice little accessory, something I'm really happy to have in my collection, and something it's kind of a bummer that we didn't get here. But anyway, yeah, that's a quick overview of the Sony Pocket Station. Alright gamers, that's going to do it for this pickups video. Not a whole lot of games, but I'm about to head down poolside. So as always, thanks for watching, and if any of you are interested in checking out a little bit more about Costa Rica, I will be splicing in some clips here at the end of the video. Thanks for watching.
What does it mean? Pura vida! Costa Rica! Come for picture!
people in the car.